Before the sun is seen, it is felt. A thinning of darkness, a loosening of night's grip on the land. Across the savanna, the air holds its breath, cool, dry, and faintly scented with dust and crushed grass. The horizon is a clean line, an edge between Earth and the widest sky on the planet. As light pours in, the savanna reveals itself not as emptiness, but as a vast, living stage. Golden grasses ripple like water, moving in waves beneath the wind. Here, life is written in motion. Nothing stays still for long. Not the clouds, not the herds, not the fortunes of those who hunt and those who are hunted. Scattered across the plain, acacia trees stand like old sentinels, flat-topped, thorn-armed, built for drought and defiance. Beneath them, the ground is stitched with tracks. The narrow lines of jackals, the heavy imprints of buffalo, the delicate, pointed prints of antelope. Every footprint is a sentence in a story told overnight. A herd of zebras moves through the grass, their stripes shimmering in the early heat like mirages made solid. Their pattern is not decoration. It is disguise confusing, shifting, breaking up outlines when danger approaches. Nearby, wildebeest graze with restless energy, heads down, tails flicking. They feed quickly, constantly, as if time itself were a predator, and in a sense, it is. In the savanna, survival is an equation of mouths and minutes. Rain will come eventually, but never on demand. The grass is both pantry and currency, and every animal pays in effort. Look closer, and the savanna becomes a universe of small, relentless lives. Ants form living roads across the soil. Beetles roll perfect spheres of dung, turning waste into treasure. In the brittle shade of a grass tuft, a chameleon sways as if it were a leaf, listening with its skin. Then there are the termite mounds, cathedrals of clay rising from the earth. They are cities, ventilated and engineered, built grain by workers no larger than rice. Their labor shapes the land, enriching the soil, creating islands of fertility where shrubs grow greener, where animals come to browse, where predators sometimes wait. By noon, the savanna hardens under the sun. Heat shimmers above the ground. Sound thins out. Even birds fall quiet, tucked into shade. The land appears calm, almost sleeping, but it is only conserving energy. In this climate, stillness is strategy. Under an acacia, a lioness lies with her pride. Her eyes are half closed, but she is not at rest. She is listening to the grass, to the faint tremor of hooves, to the alarm calls that ripple through the herd. Animals like gossip carried on the wind. The savanna is a place where information is as important as food. A single bark from a baboon can redraw the map of safety. A sudden silence among birds can signal a hunter moving through the brush. As the sun begins to soften, the lioness rises. Muscles slide beneath her skin, quiet power, stored like coiled rope. She moves low, using grass as cover. The prey animals lift their heads. They know her shape, even when they cannot see her. A hunt on the savanna is never guaranteed. Most attempts fail. Energy is precious, and defeat is expensive. But the lioness is patient. Patience is one of the savanna's greatest weapons. In the distance, a cheetah scans the plains from a termite mound, using height to read the world. Where the lioness is strength, the cheetah is speed, an arrow of muscle and breath. It waits for a young gazelle to drift just far enough from its mother, just far enough from the safety of the herd. Out here, a single step can be the difference between life and loss. Water changes everything. At a river's edge, animals gather in a tense congress. Elephants, antelope, birds, and wary predators all drawn to the same necessity. The river looks peaceful, but it holds ancient patience. A crocodile lies almost invisible, its body a piece of the river itself. Only the eyes break the surface, two dark coins of watchfulness. When an animal lowers its head to drink, the world narrows. The savanna punishes distraction. Above, a fish eagle calls a clean, ringing note that seems to belong to the sky more than the bird. It is a sound that tells you this land is still wild, still ruled by hunger and weather and chance. Sometimes, the savanna burns. Fire races through dry grass with breathtaking speed, a wall of orange that consumes and renews. It is destruction, yes, but also rebirth. Flames clear old growth, return nutrients to the soil, and make space for fresh green shoots that will feed the next season's herds. Then, when the rains finally arrive, they arrive like a promise kept. Thunder builds, the sky darkens, the first drops strike dust and rise as scent, earth opening itself to water. Within days, the plains transform. Green spreads outward like ink in paper. Pools form in low places, and with them come frogs, insects, and birds in sudden abundance. Life responds instantly, as if the entire savanna has been waiting with one finger on the pulse. When darkness returns, the savanna does not go silent. It changes its voice. Hyenas whoop and cackle, their calls carrying for miles. Nightjars stitch the air with sharp cries. Somewhere, a leopard moves through the shadows, unseen, unhurried, a master of the thin places between light and dark. Above it all, the stars blaze with an intensity city lights can never allow. The Milky Way spills across the sky like pale smoke. Under that ancient brightness, the animals continue their endless negotiations with the land. Eat, drink, hide, hunt, endure. The savanna is not simply a place. It is a rhythm, a conversation between rain and drought, grass and tooth, patience and speed. Here, every sunrise is a reset, every footprint an argument, every season a test. And yet, against the harshness, there is a kind of grace. In the way a herd moves as one body, in the way a tree survives on almost nothing, in the way the land, even after fire, even after hunger, finds a way to begin again. On the savanna, life is not promised, but it is persistent. And each new day, painted across the grasslands in gold, is proof that the wild heart of the world still beats.